All right. Hello, my name's Gabe Drake, and I'm a member of the Winchester High School National Honor Society. We would like to thank you for your willingness to participate in the interviews today. Our plan is to have the full-length interviews saved in the Winchester High School's History Department virtual archive, as well as use segments from your interview in our virtual Veterans Day Assembly. So all the students at Winchester High School and grade school will watch the video that we put together from their classroom because we can't have the actual assembly due to COVID. We would like you to know that if there's any questions you don't feel comfortable answering, you don't have to.
I talked to Levita.
Yeah.
It, you know,
Yeah.
I had some problems over there and stuff like. See, my wife sent me first wife sent me a Dear John letter, so I got a Dear John letter over there. Yeah. I was one of the lucky ones, that got that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know whether I want to, that's probably nothing that you probably want to say, but it wasn't a good time in my life,
Right.
Yeah. Am I on now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
Fine.
You're fine.
Set up straight.
You're okay.
All right, and if you don't have any questions for us or anything, we could start asking or start a question. All right. Can you please tell me your name and your years of service in the military?
Jim Herbie Hart, my nickname. 3 years and 9 months.
3 years.
I got an early out.
Yeah.
What branch did
Army.
you serve in? The Army. All right. Why did you pick to serve in the Army?
I didn't have no choice.
Oh,
I was drafted.
All right. Is that does that experience of being drafted change your outlook on life?
Well, my friends and neighbors in Olsey said I had to go, so I didn't have no choice.
All right. What do you remember about your boot camp and training experience that you still carry with you?
I went to Fort Leonard Wood, and naturally I only shot a .22 rifle at home. Well, then when you get an M14, it's a lot different.
Yeah.
And we had 7 or 8 weeks, and then we went to, then I come home for leave, and I went to Fort Lee, Virginia. First time I've ever been in a plane, scared to death, and then I come home on leave when I got my orders to go to Vietnam, and the whole year of 1968 I was in Vietnam, and then I come out in January 22nd of 69, and then I come home and for about 30 days, and then I went to Fort Hood, Texas, and that's when I got a 90-day drop to come home and help my dad put crops in. We got a small farm outside town.
Is there anything any memory that you can think of that helped you get through your training or your time in the military?
Memories? Nothing in basic training. I mean, we had to do what we had to do,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
get represented. And AIT, which is Advanced Individual Training. I was a heavy equipment repairman, and we learned, I knew how to weld, but stuff like that. And then I volunteered to be a teacher, so I taught heavy equipment until I got my orders to go to Vietnam. And while I was in Vietnam, I started out at Quinlan, working in a big lumber yard, working on forklifts, and then they sent me to Da Nang, and I run a big forklift in ammunition dump, and that's where I was at before I'd come back home.
During your years of service, are there any people or experience that you're willing to share with us that you still talk to these people today? You still think
Yes,
about
I
it?
do. I have a friend. I have more than one, but I have a lot of friends. But one friend in particular, his name is Jim Bales. He lives in Tennessee, and we've been to his house. And I've got a picture on my phone. He back in '60. I was in '67. He had a '58 Plymouth car, black and red, and he still got it. And he sent me a picture, said he'd had this car for 54 years. So, yeah, he was a good friend of mine.
Do you recall the day your service ended, and what did you do in like the time after you were out of the service?
Well, I drove home. Before, let me back up a little bit. Before I went to Vietnam, we got a message on the radio that Danny Evans got killed. So,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss.
yeah. When I come home, well, naturally I went out to the farm and helped Dad. And I don't know anymore. I mean, you know, I lost probably 75, 80 pounds while I was over there. I come back, my waist is 28 inches. It's not there now. You know, I really don't know any more than what I've told you, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite an experience, and if every young man went through this, they would appreciate what they got.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
I think that's all.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well,